What's going on, everyone? This is Tamid, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to stop your Klaviyo emails from going to the spam folder. And for those of you that don't know me, I run an email marketing agency myself, where we serve e-commerce brands and help them retain their customers and add 20 to 40% more revenue just through emails and SMS. And we're just going to be breaking down on how exactly I improve email deliverability for uh, just like how I did for these clients, where before we onboarded with them, they were getting sub 10%, 50%, 40% open rates, which is awful to say the least. And you can see that here that it didn't really pan out well for them here. But after we got onboarded, we were able to increase our open rates as high as 48%, 40%, 50%. And obviously that's like a 3x difference, and you can see in the results that the results itself was just um just 10x, 5x, right? So just by fixing the email deliverability right there, we were able to have a significant impact on the performance of this I think it's a $500,000 per month fashion brand. And then even for this smaller brand too, which was another fashion brand, we were able to increase our open rates from not even just from 15 to 30%, but all the way up to 78 to 63%, right? Which is really good, right? So this is how I usually do it, and to just give you a broad picture of how this is done, or how this even ties into the whole process. Obviously you send the email itself, and it gets delivered, and then the email gets open, the email gets clicked, and then they're on your website, and either two things happen. Number one, they either abandon their checkout, or they add the item to their cart and just abandon the website, or they even land on your product page, right, which is where we typically lead the emails to, and they just we'll call it a browse abandonment, right? Either those, or they actually place the order, and you get the result that you want, right? But if we don't get this part down, the deliverability, what ends up happening is, all the work that you put into, making and writing and designing email and actually sending it, it doesn't really matter because the email isn't delivered into the proper place anyways, right? So which means, it doesn't matter if they opened it, it doesn't matter if they clicked it, it doesn't matter. Well, it wouldn't even matter at this point because, it wouldn't even get to the site in the first place. So, it's absolutely pivotal. In fact, I would say this is probably the second, if not the most important aspect of email marketing itself, is getting the email delivered to the primary inbox and away from the spam folder, right? And these are all the different ways that you can do so. And the number one way you could do this is, if you're using Klaviyo, which is what typically e-commerce brands use to send out emails, is that you can set up a branded setting domain, and as of February 1st, 2024 of this year, which is already 2-3 months past at this point, the major ESPs such as Google and Yahoo would require you to have these SPF and DKIM and DMARC records set up. Otherwise, they will start to flag your emails and send your emails to the promo tab or spam folder, which is not great because obviously hardly anyone checks their promo folder, and hardly anyone, if not ever, checks their spam folder. So the very first step I would do, if you haven't already, is set up a branded setting domain, and then we can get into the rest of the stuff here too. The second most important thing I would do to ensure high email deliverability rates, high open rates, and things of that nature, is to clean your list regularly. And what I mean by that is, you want to clean your list of any inactive subscribers, such as anyone that hasn't opened your email in the past 180 days, 90 days even. People that haven't opened, people that haven't clicked, people that haven't bought. You want to clean them out of your list because number one, it's just going to drive up the monthly bill on your ESP or Klaviyo in this case. And number two, it's going to drive down your open rates and drive down your click rates, which shows the major ESPs, the Googles, Yahoos, Outlooks of the world. Um, it'll just tank down your reputation because of those lower open rates and click rates and what have you. So it's important to clean your list off, you know, those inactive subscribers so that again your Klaviyo bill still stays healthy and your list stays healthy, and all these email metrics stay up to point, and the reputation doesn't get driven down, and your email deliverability is on point. So you can see here, you can even monitor your email metrics. Email metrics meaning your open rates, again, open rates, click rates, even place order rates. Keep track of that, and everything else is complementary. Segmentation is also pretty important as well because you want to again break down your list into active subscribers and inactive subscribers, as well as break down into segments that would allow you to send out personalized campaigns. So that would be your VIPs, your recent buyers, and things of that nature, right? Um, And then I guess that's pretty much it in terms of the technical parts. Aside from, you want to have a consistent from address and you want to have a domain from address. Believe it or not, I've seen someone send up from a Gmail, which is absolutely what you do not want to do. That is just one way ticket to spam folder and driving down your email rate. So do not send from a Gmail account. Make sure you are sending from an email such as your support or info type of email. I would even actually send out. I would put the from address from someone from your actual company. So if you're John, the founder at the company, I would put John at brand.com. Right? Instead of just support at brand.com, info at brand.com. Um, if you put those latter two, I think the ESPs also takes that as a spam trigger. It's one of those nitpicky things, but I would definitely put a first name uh, as the from address. From line as well. This ties into getting the email open rates as high as possible, um, and this comes down to the copywriting aspects of stuff. You want to optimize for the highest open rate for sure because a high open rate shows the major ESPs that you're a reputable brand and things of that nature. So everything you can do to boost that open rate um, goes a long way, right? So for the from line, what we have seen work the best is actually using a female name rather than just a brand name or anything of that nature. Like let's say off the top of my head, Nike, right? I think Rachel at Nike would perform better than just Nike itself, right? If you think about it, would you open an email from that says Elon Musk, Elon from Tesla, or just Tesla, right? You wouldn't put Elon Musk because obviously when you want to represent your brand a certain way, but you would put Elon from Tesla over Tesla itself because that would attract more attention, right? So from line, subject line, I'm gonna have a whole entire video on the subject line itself, but just the rule of thumb, you want to draw a curiosity and hint at a benefit with the subject line. Um, you could also play around with personalization too, and just put the first name even in the subject line, just so it feels personalized. It seems like some of a friend of theirs is actually sending them the email rather than just a any other Joe Schmo. And in terms of the email itself, you want to reduce the amount of links that you're putting onto the email, and limit the amount of images uh, you put in the email itself, unless your domain reputation is already at a strong state. You can play around with the images and put as many as you need. Although I wouldn't put an excessive amount. But if your domain reputation is on the low end, then I would definitely limit the images to one or two or even none, right? Just starting off. And the other way you can increase your domain reputation is optimize for subscriber replies, right? From what I've seen, this is probably one of the best, if not the best way to increase your domain reputation. And the reason why is because, if Google or Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook sees that, people are replying back to your email, they're going to see that as a regular human to human conversation. And, they're going to see your domain as, how do I explain this? They're going to see your domain as someone would regularly use Gmail for, right? Just for regular communication. So definitely optimize for subscriber replies. There's a few ways you can do this. Number one, you could go for the customer feedback and survey angle, and we've seen this work well for others before. In fact, we were able to find out which sort of products that customers would prefer, and based on that information, we were able to tailor our marketing strategy around the products that product customers would prefer to have our offers on, right? Another thing you could do is you could just send a quick. You could tell customers to reply with a quick one or two to see if they got the message, or to see if they want to opt into a special promo, special giveaway, even. If you were offering a free product, then you could ask the customer to reply with a one, and then you could jot them down into a list, and you know just pick a random number, I guess, pick a random customer, and then just give them the giveaway that way. That's one way to do it, and another way is just to get them to engage in a genuine way. Meaning, if you're telling a story within an email, maybe you want to ask them what their story is, and maybe that's the kind of information that you would want to know, right? Just out of curiosity. So those are some of the few ways that you can, draw a reply from a subscriber, and that's pretty much it on all the stuff you can do to get your emails from, or get your emails from not going to the spam folder. And I even have a full document of this, of an entire checklist. So if you're interested in getting access to this, I'm going to leave the link to this document in the description if you're on YouTube. If you're anywhere else, you can find the YouTube video for this, or you can just go on any of my social channels such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. And wherever this is on, you can comment, or you can send me a message, and I'll be happy to send you this document. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.